Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the drama Waltzing with Brando. And this is from director Bill Fishman, based off of the book by Bernard Judge, and Fishman wrote it for the screen. And here we have Billy Zane playing movie star Marlon Brando, who recruits a Los Angeles architect played by John Heater, and to build the world's first ecologically perfect retreat on a small uninhabited island in Tahiti. And this film is such an interesting idea of, we're going to dive into the life of Marlon Brando, but through the context of an architect. And really wasn't expecting this type of story. But this film, I guess from a filmmaking standpoint, you could tell Fishman is giving this film a very broad, entertaining, accessible kind of feel to it. It's not particularly artistic. Nothing about it really stands out from a technical standpoint. It's bright, it's engaging, it's trying to capture the beauty of Tahiti, and it feels pretty straightforward from a filmmaking standpoint. Tonally, it feels a lot more like fun and romping than any time it tries to get even heavier with some of its drama. It just doesn't really have any kind of bite. This feels so very easy, a little too easy, and doesn't take some of these all the potential for drama seriously enough to deliver any big emotional moments. You have moments where it's marriages could be ending, people could be going to jail, and you would feel like you would have more feeling, but everything feels very broad and a bit too on the nose in terms of performances. It really relies on tons of voiceover from John Heater, which feels a little clunky and feels a little too bopping you over the head with what the film is trying to say. I think the film has some potentially interesting themes about protecting the environment and ecology and living your best life, just grabbing life by the horns and riding it, and really trying to make the most out of life. And sure, those are good themes. Those are universal types of things. And we see this journey that Heater's character goes on from just being this stick-in-the-mud architect to living life a little, maybe a little too much, gets himself in some trouble with his wife. But you have this story that feels so ordinary, and not that Billy Zane's performance isn't good. Billy Zane's performance is fine. It just, I feel like in many ways lacks a depth. And on some level, I always felt like I was watching Billy Zane trying to be Marlon Brando, and never felt like I was watching Marlon Brando. And when you can tell the actor is acting, it's not working on the level that it really needs to for the film to be the best it can be. There's that block there where it's just I can't fully connect because I know this is fake. And I think Zane certainly is having some fun with this and doesn't overact, but it's still a performance that never digs deep enough. And Heater's performance is serviceable and fine, but it just lacks any kind of real impact or depth from a deeper emotional standpoint, a deeper thematic standpoint, and it leaves the film having a feeling of wanting more. And this is a entertaining, easygoing, easy-moving drama, biopic, whatever you want to call it. And it has its moments when Billy Zane is doing his Marlon Brando moments of being in The Godfather, Last Tango in Paris. But really, this film is about John Heater's character, and he's not the most particularly interesting person, and I think that's the point of him trying to go on this journey. But even the journey that he goes on, he still doesn't feel interesting. And at the end of the day, despite the fact that he gets a little angrier and sticks up for himself a little bit, it just kind of feels like a film that's perfectly happy just being enjoyable and just some empty calories to enjoy. And, if you love Brando, you get those Brando elements here, but overall, I just think this is a film that doesn't quite reach any higher than just being a fun diversion of a film. But those are my thoughts on Waltzing with Brando. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.